in its entirety, those arguments here in just a couple of moments. But and of course the verdict on those after that. But a lot of people are wondering, okay, they were arguing for aggravating factors. Why does the defense not get a chance to argue for mitigating factors?
Well, Christi, at sentencing, the defense absolutely does. Some case law came out from the U.S. Supreme Court a number of years ago. And basically, the case law says that any circumstance or fact that can increase the sentence needs to be found by the jury beyond a reasonable doubt. And that's essentially why we had that penalty phase yesterday. At the time of sentencing, the defense can present character witnesses, mental health experts, and let's remember, the defense wanted to put on a mental health expert during the trial, but that was precluded because this wasn't an insanity defense. But at the time of sentencing, the defense will absolutely be putting on mitigation, but the law does not require that it be proven to a jury. The judge gets to rule on the mitigation.
Jason, let me ask you this. We watched Tammi Smith's reaction to the initial verdict, the 2 guilty verdicts. Do jurors watch that, and does that often play into their decision when they have to go back and deliberate a second time over aggregating factors?
You know, I think this jury is made up, of all sorts of different personalities, just like any other jury would be anywhere in the country. Is it something that they could look for? Sure, absolutely, Christi. But they were instructed on the law on specific aggravating circumstances, the use of an accomplice and emotional harm. And I really think that as much time and attention as they paid to the instructions on the law that the judge gave them as to both the forgery charge and the conspiracy charge, I think they probably they decided to stick to the letter of the law themselves. Any emotion that they had towards Tammi, good or bad, had kind of played itself out when it came to the guilt or innocence verdict. So they may have looked at her, but I think these folks were pretty intent on doing their job and following the instructions that the judge gave them.
Okay, so it didn't sway her at all. Hey, Jason Lamm and Beth Karras, thank you both so much. They're sticking around with us. We have more to talk about in the Tammi Smith trial a little bit later in this hour. But right now, our other big story is that the